Hello again YouTube and welcome back to the Sakura Bunny Girls. My name is MS-Punker1 and last video we were at a special club with Rinko, something like that. I always forget for some reason. And then, yeah, she wanted to celebrate the job well done, just like she told me wanted. So, what happens now afterward? This incredibly wild night comes to an end the moment we finish our bottle. It's intoxicating flavor lingering in my plate. What plate? I'm slightly under the influence as well, thanks to it. But the fresh air of the city is helping me snap out and come back to my senses. I turn my head briefly to glance at the club's entrance. The line still extensive despite the time that disappears behind the distant corner. It's a pity that Rico wanted to stay longer. I want to walk her home. It's the least I could do after having spent a thrilling day with her. On the bright side, this will probably be the first day of many. Back at the old street again. Lost in this visual thought, I arrive at a familiar street, lampposts lit and the sky pitch black. The only thing's lacking is a crashed van and an overpowered girl in a bunny suit. And snort at my comment as I continue following the road. Apartment mere minutes away from here. Ironically, I spend more time outside of it than inside. At this rate, I forget how it looked. At least I remember its appearance tonight. I head towards the crosswalk when suddenly I hear a blaring noise coming from the other side. What was that? As if the universe had heard my question, the same blasting din echoes through the street. The source located in the old neighborhood. A thunderous racket like that can only be one thing: gunshots. Alarmed by the fact, I take a deep breath before I race into the neighborhood, using the deafening noises as guidance. There's something huge going on there. I hope I'm not too late. Hope Yukas is alright. The more I venture into the district, the louder the clatter becomes. I can see nothing yet, but judging by the aggressive sounds I keep hearing, must be some sort of big conflict. Is Yukas crew in trouble, or is it quite the opposite? I don't think Yukas' gang would ever use firearms to either attack or defend themselves, so I'm afraid it's the former. Who could be so against them? Well, why? I'm about to find out. Crossing the labyrinth of roads and alleys, I ultimately reach Yukas' hideout. The outside is surrounded by dubious-looking cars. It's never a good signal when they awfully big and painted black. Thankfully nobody's guarding the entrance to the old building, so I'm able to sneak in easily and without being seen. As I imagined, the warehouse has become a battlefield. Yukas people fighting off the attackers the best way they can. At first I think they're mobsters from a rival gang, but when I noticed the gear they're using to bring down Yukas gang, that possibly falls short. Bulletproof vests, reinformed helmets, military-grade weaponry. It's as if they were from the company I work for. Could that be? No, impossible. If there was a raid, my employer would have told me about it to participate. Would have told me about it to participate. Not to mention that we're a security company, not mercenaries. Who are these guys? The mysterious assailant accompanies his screaming with a couple of gunshots to the ceiling. The strong smell of gunpowder hanging in the air, showing that he is using real ammo. However, Yukas gang is undeterred by his threat, still willing to resist and bite back. Indifferent with that response, Trespasser lowered his gun and aims it at the gang. His serious face showing that he couldn't trick it without any remorse. Shit. Is this for real? Can't allow him to hurt anyone. Why don't you pick on someone who can kick your ass? Taken aback by my abrupt involvement, the attacker's unable to defend himself when I kick his gun away. His eyes locked on me, sparkling with fury. No, I'm not. I have nothing to do with them. And yet you shoot unarmed citizens? Sorry, but that's not happening anytime soon. I'm afraid to use lethal force. He produces a combat knife from his vest, nudging at me, hoping to stab me in the chest. His attack is precise and deadly. Or it would be if I hadn't seized the sharp blade inches away from my suit with my hands. How can you be so willing to kill people? And what for? Whoever issued your order should tone it down. Trespasser gasps with nervous surprise as I snatch his weapon from him, using the knife's handle to smack his face. He reels in pain, disbelieving I parried his attack like that. His armed companions obey his command blindly, putting me under their crosshairs. But for the moment I'm going to dodge their shots by rolling to the side and impossibly forcefully gust of wind blows them into the wall. The heat so powerful that it knocks them out. Gust of wind inside the building? Strange event like that can only mean one thing. To prove she means what she said, Yukas casts another burst of wind with her hands. This time forcing two attackers to fly out of a window. Luckily for them, this is the ground floor, so they won't receive any fatal damage. Still, that hurts a lot. Yukas smirks before she clenches her fists, making a faint string of smoke emerge from her palms. Better not draw close to her or else she obliterates them with her elemental powers. However, the aggressors do just that, forced to abide by the orders of their leader. One of them attempting to slash Yuka across her belly. Surprisingly, he fades, thanks to the heat radiating from her now something from her hands, let's say that. I can feel the lit from here, and I'm several feet away. Nice roleplay that, because that can mean two things. Taking initiative, you can pounces on the attacker that tried to hurt her, stealing his weapon before his eyes. And then she clasps it tightly, causing the knife to melt away and turn into a molten puddle. Intimidated, he does what Yukas suggested. His companions too afraid to react. Using the fear to her advantage, Yukas stomps on the ground with her heels, producing a direct earthquake to shake them like leaves on top of them. Terrified out of their wits, they drop their weapons and withdraw, much to Yukas' amusement. And that's a nice picture, a CG. Yuka makes fun of him as she invokes her fearsome water lashes. The trespasser unsure what to do to fight back or even survive. And the same applies to his team, demoralized to the point of being paralyzed. Instead of flogging him with a whip, Yuka wraps them around his body, trapping him in what I'm sure is an uncomfortable position. Yuka replies with a gravely voice, tugging her hands so that the whips constrict him further. They're beginning to damage his vest and clothes. Dismayed, the attacker's face goes pale. Yuka holding her mocking yet frightening expression. Yukas twists her lips with disdain, increasing the pressure enough for the leash to ruin his clothes. If she applies any more force, she hurt him really badly. Disappointed with his decision, Yuka grips the handle of her whip harder. Her deadpan gaze concealing her actual intentions. Someone like Yuka would never kill anyone, not even her enemies. However, I've gone too far to take any chances now. That's enough, Yuka. Let him go. Yuka giggles at her comment before she prompts her whip to fade away, causing the last attacker to crash against the ground. His clothes are practically torn apart, his face brimming with horror. When she's done, Yuka puts an end to tonight's conflict by kicking out what has become her messenger. Disappearing from the scene by driving away at a panic speed. Delighted with the outcome, Yuka's gang starts cheering energetically, extremely glad to have endured the attack. As I told you, I was simply doing my job yesterday. I have nothing personal against you or your crew, Yuka. Yukas chuckles as she taps my shoulder, triggering me to chuckle with her briefly. I like my current job, Yuka. I'm afraid I have to pause that offer once more. Upon hearing Yuka's proposal, I can't help but frown. Doing my best to work out if she's kidding me or not. Is this a serious offer, Yuka? And what would you need me for exactly? You can defend yourself and your people just fine. Yuka winks at me teasingly before she gestures to me to follow her. Her office probably being the improved bedroom she built here. She must have something important in mind if she's taking so many precautions. But I think that will be it for this video. So, hope you liked it, and if you did, so leave a like to it as usual, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.